What's up, everybody? Emceemur here, and welcome back to the show. It is time for another fantabulous review, and before we get started, I hope you're going to drop a like on this video, and I hope you're going to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. So much more coming your way right here. All action all the time. Now, we're going to be taking a look today at RBI Baseball 21 for the Nintendo Switch, and I want to thank the team at RBI for once again giving us an opportunity to take a look at this year's installment of RBI. RBI is a franchise that I enjoy every year. You know, it is what it is. It's got that classic structure from the RBI of yesteryear that we all knew and loved, and it's doing more every year, okay? This is a franchise I'm really rooting for, and I'm always anxious to see what they have added every year and how much more this franchise has evolved. It's got so much potential to do so many great things. Let's get into it right now. So RBI Baseball 21 for the Nintendo Switch. Here we go. You know, initially I'm impressed with the graphic output. Even on Switch, the game textures look great. And the soundtrack is full of poppy, game day-ish riffs, just like in years past. Some catchy, and some a little more lovey-dovey than I feel they should be for an athletic competition. But, you know, overall, it makes for a unique background music selection any way you look at it. Progressive time of day and time selection makes for a wider range of scenic scapes to be the backdrop for the lavishly detailed ballparks. Really adds flavor, and it makes everything pop throughout the course of the game. And hey, we have play-by-play commentary this year, a feature that in years past I have coined as technically a non-factor, but it points to effort being made to polish this product, and we're looking hard for that this year. We really are. RBI 21 has some changes in the play this year, with multi-button batting allowing for power and contact swings. I feel like I have a tighter grip on my batting this year. Fewer strikeouts and more home runs really early on. It feels good. The timing just feels more dialed in somehow. The pitching is a little different this year too, with this dual circle targeting instead of the strength meter and the wavering target from last year. I'm not sure that it makes any more or less sense than the old system really. It just feels like a lateral move. I don't get into change just for the sake of change. And that may not be what this is, but since it seems like a minor adjustment, I'm just rolling with it for now. Maybe I'll like it better in the long run, but I'm definitely a fan of the batting changes. So there's that. Playing offline through a season is where this game really shines. Games are streamlined and they do move quickly. Load times are no worse this year despite the multiple additions to the program, and you can progress a game or two in a franchise in a time period as short as, well, say a lunch break. Speaking of additions, the big attraction this year was the introduction of the Create a Player mode. But I gotta tell you, manage your expectations here. There aren't that many heads to pick from for your characters, and outside of that, this is really all just cosmetics. While there's a decent selection where the cosmetics are concerned, the stats are all just slider bars. This is really just an editor of sorts. In my mind, a Create a Player mode doesn't gain relevance without being tethered to a functional career mode. Stats should be limited with a base set of points to be allocated and then increased through training and experience. This mode only really serves to make a ridiculously jacked player. Or a comically weak one. Either way, upsetting the balance of this sim is all this can really achieve. Seems like a missed opportunity. I guess it's better than nothing, but I can tell you that I won't use this. Home Run Derby returns again, and it is pretty much the same deal, but that's fine. The previous installments didn't leave me wanting or anything. This looks good. And it's a consistently fun mode. Who doesn't enjoy hitting a dong off the Jumbotron 30 times in a row, right? It's good stuff. So, the game is fun. It always has been fun to me. It's a little simplified in its build, but that harkens back to the original RBI games. I've discussed that with you in past reviews. I truly feel their goal has always been to offer a simplified, streamlined baseball experience. However, there are details I wish we had evolved into by now, such as, moving batters around in the box and being able to peg hitters with a pitch, especially on a game that realistically sims in its injuries. I mean, hey, I play aggressive. I play to win, all right? And sometimes it does get personal. Now, I purposely saved the most crucial thing for last: online multiplayer. I never found a match on PS4 in 2019. I didn't. There was no online available for Switch in 2020, and now there is, but as I try to initiate matchmaking, I'm prompted to do a roster update that just doesn't seem to take. I just end up back at the main menu over and over again. I restart the game, and then I'm prompted at the title screen to update the roster, and now it's crashing the game. I can't play now. Even reinstalling the game didn't fix it. No corrupt data was found after I ran a check either. Switch is definitely fully updated here. I've got it on its current version. I can decline the roster update and play offline, but this is disappointing for the moment. This was the year for RBI to step up, and if you'll pardon the wordplay, knock it out of the park. And if the online isn't going to fire on all cylinders, then that's going to be tough. I mean, this could also be partially a Switch issue too. It's their first year online on this platform, and there's always growing pains when things come to Switch. So I'm having the situation examined by top men, and I'll keep you updated right here on the show. All the more reason to like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, hit the notification bell so you're always the first to know when new info goes live here. I hope there's going to be good news soon. I'd love to do a community live stream to showcase the online play if we get it going, so comment below if that's something you would like to see. So in closing, RBI 21 looks good and is actually a little more fun this year with what is, in my opinion, better batting mechanics. But with the other additions not contributing much to the experience and an online mode's functionality hanging in the balance, I can't give this the glowing review I wanted to give it. I can tell you that if you enjoyed RBI 20 last year, then you'll probably enjoy RBI 21 this year since it's everything 20 was. But if you're looking for a baseball game centered around a robust online multiplayer experience, then this may not be it. At least not on Switch anyways. And I'd be interested to know how things are running on Xbox and PlayStation, and again, I will keep you posted on details as they unfold. RBI 21 is available right now on all consoles, PC and mobile too, so you can definitely play your way. Well, there you have it. RBI 21 on the Nintendo Switch. So before we even say anything further, I need to check out other versions of this game because I got to figure out just how much of these issues are related to Nintendo Switch. Not putting it all on Switch, but we're on Switch. So right now I don't have any other variables to work into the experiment. We're going to take a look at that, but right now we're kind of at a standstill. Okay, I don't know what's gumming up the plumbing as far as the roster updates coming down, crooked. It's just not working. I can play the game offline in the franchise mode, season mode, but any attempts to ever do an update will just crash the game right now. We've reinstalled, we've done everything we can do. We've checked for corrupt data, everything checks out, it's just not working. So that's really unfortunate. This was the year I had hoped that RBI was really going to step up in the online department. Now, I've never actually had an online experience with this game. We didn't even have it on Switch last year, which, it is what it is. I always say, the move to Switch for any piece of software is difficult. It's a different playing field, and it creates a whole different dynamic to have to develop against. But here we are with the mode implemented, and it's not working. So I'd be interested to know what luck any of you are having out there. If you're playing this game on the Switch, leave me a comment below just for the sake of it and let me know what's going on. But yeah, we've really done extensive checks on this. I'm having the situation examined by top men. Hopefully there's going to be an update that will correct these problems, and we'll be able to move forward and take a future look at the game and see how it's doing. I wish it the best. I always say I'm rooting for RBI. It's a franchise that has so much potential and so much room to grow, but in that room to grow, we have a timetable. There's only so long you have to do that before people just start looking the other way, because that's all too easy to do when you have competition. And they just don't have to remain a budget title. That's the thing. We add in so many extra quality of life changes, and it's how we implement those. Again, this create a player mode really fell flat, in my opinion. It's just an editor. I can make a guy change his head and beef all his stats, and that's it. I mean, that doesn't do anything for a sim, really. It has to be tethered to a career mode of some type. And you know, that's been going on in sports games for ages. I mean, such famous brands as NCAA 06, the race for the Heisman had a good one. Madden's been doing, you know, create a player career mode stuff for years, and I think it's a mode that people really enjoy. It adds some spice to it. It becomes its own game within the game, adding a role-playing element to an athletic game. So that would really be great to see, and that's something I know they could implement. Even if we never get online nailed down, that would be a great way to make a create a player mode, you know, actually worth having. I don't know, I just hope, you know, people are listening on this. These are things that the game could do and easily command a price tag of as high as $50, you know, next year if we just go these extra miles. It's hard to believe that the game's not fully cooked yet, but it's just not fully cooked. There's some more stuff that has to go on here. I'd love to see functioning online, and I'd love to see an ultimate team mode with card packs and that whole thing. I know people have mixed feelings on, you know, microtransactions and, you know, pay to win features and all that, but if balanced correctly, it can be something that's fair, that you can enjoy at any level that you buy in on, and it really creates depth to the overall experience. I don't know if this program will ever be built for something of that size, and if it is, I don't know if the Switch will ever be built to run a program that size. A lot of question marks there, but we can just end here knowing that we've still got to come up. There's still improvements that have to be made on RBI, and I do love the appearance of it. It looks good. Overall plays good. There is, you know, a list of things that it does do right, but we've got to keep capitalizing, and I guess every year I hope that's going to be its year, you know, to really break through. So again, that's where we're at. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about everything that you saw here today. Again, I want to thank the team at RBI for giving us an opportunity to take a look at the game this year, and there will be updates moving forward letting you know how this version is doing versus other versions out there when we try them, because I definitely want to take a look. I'm interested to find out. Emceemur signing off for this fantabulous review, and I will see each and every one of you again on the next one.